I'm Lily, and we're at Superbooth here in Berlin, and I'm super excited to show you today the Polybrute 12. It came out this week, a polyphonic analog synthesizer. So this synth really is a pioneer in its field. It's really perfect for the musician or for anyone who wants to express the artist within them because of how expressive it is, and it includes this full touch technology and this keybed that has been made specifically for this synth that I'll show you in just a moment. Polybrute 12 so has 12 voices, has polyphonic aftertouch, so each note has its own sensor, unlike the 6. And it shares a lot of the same core features, as you can see on here, that the 6 has, the oscillators, the Steiner-Parker and ladder filter. You have the same 3 envelopes, LFOs, and of course the same, you have also the ribbon and morphe and morph AB. I'll show you the controls again. So this is an axis that you can modulate entirely. So the ribbon and the morphe, so these controls are all assignable in the modulation matrix that you have here. So like the 6 voice, you also have the 4 pages with 96 destinations, 384 destinations. It also has the Polybrute Connect, a new version for the 12. Now to go into what's new. So I will have you listen to the 12 voices in action on this patch with the aftertouch that is unique on each key. And so, as you can see, this polyphonic aftertouch allows you to have a much more organic style of playing. It's less, it's less linear and simplistic as the monophonic aftertouch. And then, so as I was saying before, the full touch technology, this keybed is unique and patented by Arturia. It's been made for this, for the Polybrute 12. It was inspired more by like the piano with notes that are pressed down rather than tilted. So it's also very nice, the feeling of this instrument and when you're playing it. And it includes 3 new modes of aftertouch. So instead of just having mono and poly, you can go into the alt section here and you'll see 3 different modes of full touch that are, these modes are made specifically for this keybed. We'll start with the first one, the full touch envelope. So in this mode, instead of having just an aftertouch for pressure, the entire travel of the key becomes your VCA and VCF envelopes. They're at the tip of your fingers. So it sounds something like this. However you map your VCA and VCA envelopes, it's going to affect the response of your notes on the keys. So if I increase the attack, it'll increase the time for the note to rise to my finger position. back down. See, it's more immediate. And same thing with the decay. The sustain, if it's above 50, it means that the note will stay with where your finger position is at. The tone will not go down. So. And if I lower it, and a really, really cool thing in the full touch modes is that you have the velocity that creates a pluck on your sound. And the more it's open, the more transient you'll have in that pluck. So I still have the slow pad, you know, depending on how I play my the VCA and VCF. But I can add plucks. So in just one sound, you have like short plucks and cinematic deep pads. It's very expressive. I will show you the two other modes now. So when we go back to the full touch, to the aftertouch modes, we also have full touch, aftertouch. In this mode, instead of having velocity on the full travel of your key and then the pressure point that's modulated by the aftertouch, your full travel of your key becomes the aftertouch that you map on the modulation matrix. So it sounds something like this. Here it's mapped to LFO rate. And the sound is really starting as soon as the touch response is activated of the key. See, I'm barely pressing and there's already sound. And the whole travel of the key is the aftertouch. And independent to each note. So that's the second mode, and the final mode is the same one as the previous one, but it also has Z or Z. So you have the aftertouch on the full travel of the key, and the pressure point, which normally is aftertouch, is going to send the signal to the Z, whatever you map on the Z, which is also the third axis on your morphe. Here's a sound with this layer added. See, so I've mapped noise to the Z and some spatial effects. So I've still got the full touch on the key travel, and then the pressure adds a third dimension to the sound. So with these modes, it's really easy to get carried away in just the sheer musicality of them and how sensitive they are to the fingers, to your touch. And I guess I'll just show you also some other patches that I made, just to talk about the presets made for the Polybrute 12. There are 5 pages in total, so that's 480 presets. The first page is entirely new sounds that have been designed for this instrument. There's a mix of poly aftertouch presets and full touch in this first page, and the 4 other pages are presets that were made for the previous factory banks for the Polybrute 6, but they've been optimized for the Polybrute 12. All the controls have been rethought, improved, enhanced. So the ribbon, you know, the morphe, how the morph A to B acts as well. So I'll take you through a few of the sounds that I made on the first page. For example, this key sound, there's some new distortion on it. Here's a sequence using the matrix ARP. And let's go to a couple more. So slow LFO creates subtle variations. And maybe one more with full touch. So that was a little tour of this beautiful new synthesizer. It really goes beyond the Polybrute 6 and is arguably one of the most expressive synths ever made, especially in terms of aftertouch and the full use of the keybed under your fingers to really express yourself as a musician or just anyone who wants to express their inner emotions and the artist within them. So I really highly encourage you to try it out yourself.